Thank you guys so much. It's amazing. It's the purpose of this whole thing is to raise money for the children of the hospital. So since this pageant is quite a bit longer than they have it in the past, we're gonna throw a little break in there for you guys, and we're gonna have a 5-minute intermission. You guys can stretch, you can go to the bathroom, you can relax. And in 5 minutes, we are gonna have a guest speaker, a very special guest speaker here with us. So take 5 minutes, do what you need to do, and we'll come back and get going. Thanks, guys. Hopefully that was a nice break for you all. We're almost done with the pageant. We have our guest speaker, very special guest speaker, and then we're going to have the interviews after we do the eliminations. Alright, so here's Kylie's going to talk a little bit.
So up next we have a very special speaker. Her name is Janet McGill. Her daughter she goes to Doernbecher, or not her daughter, but her granddaughter goes to Doernbecher regularly. Here we go.
Wow, I'm really impressed with the student body of all of you that are here. Unfortunately, you know what they say about the best laid plans? Well, wouldn't you know it, this afternoon, Jessica Tatro, along with her daughter, became very, very ill. Their whole family is ill. So I drew the short straw. I got a call about 4:30 that said, Aunt Jan, I need your help, please. So at about 5 o'clock, I picked up some notes, and let's see how we go. I wish Mandy could be here so you could really, really understand what it takes to take care of a medically fragile child. It's incredible what they do, what the whole family does for her. So we were expecting this little baby girl. She was absolutely a beautiful child. Beautiful blue eyes, the big blue eyes, the dark hair, just precious. And her brothers loved her so much. But as she got a little bit older, at about 7, 8 months, we all realized that something was terribly wrong. Mandy could not sit up. She did not try to crawl. You know how some babies look like a little bouncing back seal? Well, she didn't do any of that, and she was going backwards the older she got. And everyone was kind of really worried about that. About 8 months old, they went to some doctors, and the doctors really did a great job of trying to find a diagnosis for little Mandy. And it wasn't good news when they came out. from doing a bunch of tests into the family, and everyone was just devastated. Mandy at the time was having seizures, and seizures is a brain disorder, and it's not fun to watch. It's not fun to have. She had repeated seizures. At 2 years, the doctors discovered that she had a rare metabolic disease. Mandy would never progress to be a regular child. She is what they call, and these are hard words for me to say because I'm not medical, but she has mitochondrial dysfunction. She keeps her from having normal energy. She has the inability to turn any food into energy. She has no muscles. She can't hold her head up. She can't walk. She can't talk. She can look at you with your eyes. She does smile with her eyes, and she does the best she can do. I know that there are some pictures here, and so as you can see, the family really interacts with her. Her brothers love her, her mom and dad love her, her grandparents are a big portion of her life. This is how she has her EEGs and checking for the seizures and things like that. So at the age of 4, through a blood test, there was another problem. She ended up with Reitz syndrome. This is a unique neurodevelopmental problem that's first recognized normally in infancy and is seen mostly in girls. It affects regression of skills, and we could see this with Mandy. She became less and less able to do anything, and even today, at age 8, she can just hold her head up for a few seconds. And I know the family is so appreciative of Doernbechers. I don't know where they would be without Doernbechers. But she has loss of purposeful use. She does not use her hands. She has seizures. She has slowed brain and head growth. She has difficulty with, well, she can't walk. There just is not any walking. Because of all these diagnoses, Mandy requires many kinds of treatments, much help. It's incredible what that family does and how they have devoted their whole life to this daughter. Many of us have girlfriends or friends that call and say, hey, let's go have a cup of coffee. Hey, how about walking with me today and having some exercise? How about going to dinner tonight? How about getting together and having a little bit of fun? They can't do that. They can't leave her with anybody. She needs constant care, and you have to be trained in all of this. Finally, they received all these diagnoses, and we're just wondering, what are we going to do as a family? This is just devastating. How do we take care of her? We really didn't want to put her in a care home. What can be done to help her and keep her a part of our family and get the help we need? Doernbecher stepped in. Doernbecher became their lifeline. And through Doernbecher, she has been classified as medically fragile. She needs a nurse with her. She has caregivers that come every day. I know that her grandmas are trained to help with her. She has tube feedings. She can't even swallow the food. She has no muscles to swallow. So she's tube fed. She has machines that her oxygenation level is really low. She has to wear breathing apparatus. She has machines that get her to where she can cough up her mucus because she can't cough. She's sick now and she cannot throw up. She doesn't have those muscles. So she gets pneumonia really easy because of the rest. She's pretty nonverbal, but it's amazing what they have done. There is training that Doernbechers have done, and she has a book. Mandy has a book when she wants to do something, and there's 3 or 4 pictures, and Mandy uses her eyes to point to the pictures of what she wants to do. She loves Disney movies. She loves kids. She loves her bling. What girl doesn't love her bling? She loves her crowns in her head. She likes her hair curled and combed and her dresses put on her. You can just imagine her parading in her own brain that she's parading around, but she can't move. She only can let her eyes talk for her. So she loves her family. She knows how her eyes light up when family comes in. Her eyes light up when her dad leans over and gives her a hug and a kiss. And when her grandparents come in, her eyes just become glowing balls of light. And that's the only way we have of knowing that she knows we're there. And so she has lots of little caregivers that come in every day, spend 5-6 hours with her to help out the family. At this time, Jessica can go to the store, maybe get some special dinner preparations going. Mandy has to be tube fed 4 times a day. She has machines that have to go through and help her with everything else. There she is in all her glory. So the family here, we're really lucky to have Doernbecher in our own backyard. Many families have to travel a long ways to go to Doernbecher, but not the Tatro family. They're right here. And they have been a godsend to all of this family and to many others. So they have dentists that know how to take care of her teeth, because she, of course, would grind her teeth. She aspirates her saliva because she can't swallow. And we got to prevent all of that to destroying her teeth. So the Doernbechers is great about listening to the parents and looking at the children and working out with the families what needs to be done to help that family and that child and to make it the best of all worlds. So she has EEG tests ongoing for her seizures and just lots and lots of different things. There was one story that Jessica asked that I share with you that meant a lot to the family. And they call it the stone story. It's kind of like when you can buy a brick and have a person's name engraved on it. Well, little Mandy was having surgery, and one of Jessica's very good friends went out and bought a stone for Jessica and placed it in the Doernbecher garden. So while Mandy was resting, Jessica and the family went out to look for that stone, and they saw all this mass of stones and thought, oh my gosh, how are we ever going to find Mandy's stone? Jessica stopped, looked down at her feet, and there was Mandy's stone. It's wonderful. So anyway, Doernbecher has given the Tatro family the hope and the love when there wasn't any. They experienced great nurses and their care and compassionate doctors, and they have just helped them to have as much of a normal life as possible and to help Mandy have a normal life as possible. We understand that she will have a shortened life. She won't go to high school. She will not dance on the stage. She will not be able to share any memories with anyone. But she is happy. She's content in her home. She's content in the love of her brothers, her mom and dad, and her grandparents, and her family. And we are blessed to have little Mandy. You'd be surprised how much a handicapped child can bless your life. Thank you so much.
So as we can see, ladies and gentlemen, all the money you've donated, the money you paid at the door to get in here, all the hard work that the boys have been doing, it's for an amazing cause. So again, thank you for being here tonight, thank you for your generosity, and thank you to these boys who have worked so hard. The time has come for our elimination round. Don't get too excited, guys. And just as a reminder,
If they get cut, it only means it's taking them out of the running for Mr. Doernbecher. They can still win Mr. Congeniality and Mr. Moneybags. We've explained to these boys very, very many times that if they get eliminated right now, it doesn't mean that what they've done is any less significant. They've raised thousands of dollars, they've come to so many practices, and they've tried so hard. Just because they won't be getting interviewed doesn't mean they're any less important than the other ones. So let's make sure that they know that. These 12 chairs right here, and this 13th hot seat, represent the boys that will be moving on to compete for Mr. Doernbecher. So we're going to read each boy's name, and they're going to sit down in the chair, and they'll be competing for the title of Mr. Doernbecher. You guys ready to find out who it is? The first boy moving on, Gabe Cook. The second boy moving on, Peter Limbaugh. The next boy in the running to become the next Mr. Doernbecher is Juan Ruiz. The next boy moving on is Zach Shields. Next we have Keith Bunting. And Ryan Skidmore. Next up we have Kyle Stein. Our next boy moving on in the competition is Timothy Christopher Grayson. Next up, we have Andrew Monk. Also, we have Bobby Seitz. Two seats left. Who will it be? Mr. Robert Beerley. And the last contestant, moving on to the interview section of the pageant, is... I'm gonna make you wait for a second. Michael Opperman. All right, guys. So we're gonna call one boy up at a time, and they're going to join us in the hot seat. We'll ask them one serious question and one funny question. And the judges will be judging how they respond to those questions. You ready, big country? Let's do this. For your serious question, Michael, what is the best piece of advice that you've ever been given?
Being nervous, being human.
That was a good one.
Learn that from my bull riding instructor.
And for your humorous question, what makes you laugh?